incredible how you were concerned about home field advantage for an AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That never materialized.
No, it didn't. And in fact, what an embarrassment. Jacksonville was a good team, but they weren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
And when you throw up 40 and change in the playoffs and lose, you got to really look at the holes in the defense. And losing Shazier to that awful injury,
oh God,
had way more of an impact than anybody realized. That whole year,
yes.
we had trouble with the flats. And anybody who could work that on us really exposed that. And Jacksonville did that. They went up and down the field with these little wing outs, 5-7 yards. Brady murders us with it, and we're just really susceptible to it. And when Shazier went down, we were really susceptible to it. Our defense has always been predicated since really the Cowher generation, where we have really vicious pass rushers on the line and in the linebacking core, and that kind of hides the holes in the secondary. And losing him, and with a couple guys not turning out the way they should have, I think that was really exposed. The secondary was so terrible this year that it was just dismal to watch. I mean, I'm pretty sure our safeties and cornerbacks knew the last name of every wide receiver in the league because they spent the whole year chasing them. So it was, and that's what I think we need to address in the draft.
So what do you think the Steelers need to do? Okay, let's say a couple things here.
Go ahead.
Le'Veon Bell tweets out that it's tough to be a hero in a city that paints you as a villain. Is he a villain there?
No, I think that's a little dramatic. I think, Pittsburgh is a very working class city, so when you ask for a lot of money, you're going to get knocked around a little bit. And Antonio Brown got his contract, and he waited and got his contract, and that's what will happen with Le'Veon if he's patient. But once in a while, you're going to get the tag slapped on you. And we sat with you through 2 blown knees. So you know what, man? You got to do what you're told, and you got to get your money. And I understand that, but rules are the rules. And look, man, if you don't like it, go to Miami. I don't care. I'm pretty hard line with that stuff.
I was about to see.
No, I'm pretty hard line with
you, man. Go to Miami.
You blew 2 knees out, and we waited for you to come back. Okay, and that's okay. All right, that's part of it. But understand that this is just a business. It's not personal. They're gonna tag you when they can, and they're not when they can't. So. I wish him luck. I hope he gets his money. I just hope he's at camp at the beginning of the season, or it's going to be then he will be a villain, and it'll be hard to come back.
Billy Gardell here on the Rich Eisen Show. Do you think the
Pittsburgh treats everything like an old car? We're bad about that. Like, nah, you blew 2 tires. I'm going to wait and see how it's running before I give him another contract. You gotta play to pay.
So, what do you think the Steelers should do in the first round? Is if Lamar Jackson's sitting in there?
I grab him with both hands.
You do.
I would. And I tell you, I think what we need to address is we need a really good linebacker, a guy that can come in and make an impact right away. The secondary, we're missing that guy that gives us half the field, like Polamalu did, Carnell Lake did. We need a guy that shuts down an area. We haven't had that for years. And then I think I really like a quarterback a little bit, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round. I like, there's a big horse of a kid in Oklahoma. Kind of reminds me of Big Ben, and I think he would be maybe a good investment for the future.
The kid from Oklahoma State?
Yeah, big kid. And I think he's got a rifle arm, and I think he would fit our system very well. And maybe Ben
Mason Rudolph.
That's it, Mason. Right. So I think that Ben could tutor him. I think that'd be a good choice for the future.
Do you think Ben has got the Mr. Chips in him? You think he's going to... If they go ahead and get some kid.
Yeah. You think he would take it personally like Brady and get him traded to San Francisco? Do I think that? No, I don't think so.
No, hold on a minute. Big Ben has we could do a nice Dr. Melfi on him.
Sure.
On occasion.
Without question.
Right?
Yeah, because he's quitting, he's not quitting, he's quitting.
He's pulling a Favre right now.
When you start talking about that, then it's time to bring a kid in just to be ready. You know what I mean? So when you do want to go, you go.
Well,
and
Josh Dobbs
it ain't
is
going to
also,
hurt him to watch.
They also have Dobbs there too. I don't know what he's going to do.
I don't know. I'd love for him to turn out great. I don't know if he's going to fit our system good. The guy's a rocket scientist, so I'm sure he can figure out anything.
Is, by the way, yes.
But I don't know if he's going to be our guy. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, that's a big if. I think Ben's going to come back as long as that offense is intact. I mean, why would you leave when you have Le'Veon Bell and you have Antonio Brown and you have some of these, Juju, these other guys coming up and starting to spark the offense? All those pieces are in place. But you got to be able to play football and not have to score 40 points a game to win.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.